You ever stop and think, wow, that would make a great story? Same here. On Cat Stories, we pull together short tales from life that'll make you laugh, think, or just go, yep, been there. My name's Kathleen and let's get started. And for our next post, am I the idiot for warning my mother that my brother's about to be arrested for fraud when I was told not to say anything? I 28F told my mom that my brother 31M is about to be arrested. My oldest brother 38M Derek got a letter in the mail saying that his driver's license is suspended due to an unpaid fine. However, he never got a ticket. Derek looked at where the ticket was issued and the plate numbers and it was not his vehicle. He also wasn't in the area at the time of the ticket. He called the police station in the area and was able to identify who the car belonged to. The owner happened to be friends with my other brother, Eugene. The police officer that issued the ticket pulled up Eugene's file and confidently said that he was the one he gave the ticket to, not Derek. I know Eugene does not have a license, so I'm assuming this was the motive for using a fake name. Eugene has been going down a dark path lately. He's gotten into drugs, has stolen thousands of dollars worth of stuff from myself and Derek, and was even held hostage by dealers, forcing my parents to pay almost $3,000 in ransom for owed money. Derek is upset. He can't go to work at the moment to support his family because he has no license to get there and there are no buses in the area. Now that the police know who it is, they are working on charging him for fraud and arresting him in the next day or so. Derek told me, but asked me not to tell my mother because she is always bailing Eugene out and this time, he wants him to see him face his consequences. I do agree with this, however, Eugene has 4 kids and I felt like my mother should know so she can remove them from the situation before they have to see their father being taken away in handcuffs. Derek is furious, I told her. Am I the idiot? And for our next post, am I the idiot for telling my dad that I borrowed money to my brother? This did not happen in the US, but in Brazil, where our currency is our dollar. For reference, the minimum wage in Brazil is $1,518. My 20F brother 34M texted me to ask for $280. He said they needed it for food. He said he was going to give it back at the end of the month, but I doubted it lol, but I still gave him the money like 5 minutes after I sent him the money. My SIL 26F sends me an audio where she asks me to please not lend money to my brother again and asks for my info to send the money back. I ask if she's sure and she says yes, that you shouldn't borrow money but earn it, and they had it. They just needed to figure out the finances. I didn't know what to do because like what if they really needed it, but I ended up sending her my info because she sounded upset and got the money back, so I told the situation to Dad 66M, who I live with, because I didn't know what to do, and he's usually chill so I didn't think it would be a big deal, and my brother is always asking for money so it wasn't like it was news. My dad got super upset because he had borrowed our $5.000 to him last week. I don't know exactly what they did, but in just an hour it went down and my brother called me to call me a bitch who told on him to Dad. I feel a bit bad because maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but I didn't know Dad was going to get mad. Am I the idiot? And for our next post, am I the idiot for my parenting? I'm a dad of 2 sons and my wife and I had an argument a few nights back about our parenting methods. My eldest stayed up late on his phone when I told him not to the night before school was in session and woke up the next day with a headache. I still made him go to school because I said it was his fault and it ended up hurting him real bad, which I did feel really guilty for afterwards, my wife berating me a ton for the action, and my youngest would refuse to listen to anything I say. He's a mama's boy, and when my wife was away I could not get him to do anything at all. I told him like chores etc. He was slouching on the TV, and so I cast my phone onto the TV, knowing he is afraid of the Michael Jackson Thriller music video, and then held the door shut, my wife saying I was extremely out of touch for such a punishment. Am I the idiot? And for our next post, am I the idiot for letting my aunt know about my gift? I 20F had my birthday in October of last year, and sometime in November I was casually chatting with my aunt, who is the wife of my mom's brother. At one point in our conversation she mentioned how she sent me some things for my birthday and how she is sorry it is late. I thanked her and told her she didn't need to get me anything. She also mentioned how she shipped the items to my house instead of my college dorm. After seeing this, I thought when I go home for Thanksgiving I should see a package at home for me. Upon arriving home I didn't see anything, and neither did my parents. I thought nothing of it and thought it would be reached by Christmas break. When I get home there was nothing. My mom mentioned back during Thanksgiving not to mention anything, which I didn't, and as well during the first couple days of Christmas break. It is now January. I decided this is super weird and it should have gotten here by now. So after consulting one of my friends I decided to let her know. Upon seeing my message she was in shock and responded with, "Oh no, are you kidding? No way. Let me check with Uncle's name. So weird, where did it go?" Upon asking my uncle and checking Amazon order history, she told me she ordered some clothes and a DoorDash gift card. However, the DoorDash gift card couldn't be shipped to my city, which is why whole thing never sent. So she apologized and said she will send the clothes and Amazon gift card instead. This morning before I woke up a package came in my mom's name and she opened it and saw Amazon gift card for me. She got mad at me for letting my aunt know and said if it never came that means they never sent anything, and how I was basically asking for a gift. And if I wanted something I could have asked my parents to order it for me, they would have gave me money to order it, and that I need to somehow return the gift card. Was wondering what ISHD do about the gift card and when the clothes come. Also want to know if am I the idiot. Just some things I want to address. 1. My aunt and uncle are not struggling financially. 2. They are not the type of PPL to say they will send a gift and not do it. 3. Me and my mom have a pretty good relationship with them. I visited them for multiple summers in a row as up until COVID hit. And my mom made sure of that so that me and my brother could have good relationship with our cousins since we lived in different states. Also thank you guys for all the comments. And for our next post, am I the idiot? I owe my boyfriend 40 wants me 35 to quit work because he got banned from site for having steroids. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. I started out in the oilfield industry while he's been doing it for 20 years. We work at the same place, which is nice as it's a camp and we can spend time together. Recently he got his room checked normal. They do all the rooms and they found testosterone and other mild steroid use. He got banned. I have been working on and off for the last 3 months and desperately need to work and bring money in. If I quit there's no I or other job set up. He complains sometimes about him paying for more than me, but his paychecks are triple mine and he was able to work the last few months where we got stopped due to environment and woodpeckers. I said I needed to stay and work. He said I'm being a coward and I should take a stand and leave. I need to pay debt down and Christmas, and I need a job. He thinks the company was out to get him, so I should quit and back him up. I'm newer to this but established a good relationship and I'm trying to move up by taking courses on the side. Edit. Thank you for all the responses. I camp feeling alone on a 24-day shift and only getting the responses from him can alter your mindset. I'm going to keep my job. It's survival, but it's also a career that I need that will make me stronger and financially okay. Days like this suck and I appreciate all the encouragement. This might be one of the biggest decisions I have made with myself as priority. Also staying sober and getting therapy so I don't question myself on these predicaments anymore. Thanks again. And for our next post, am I the idiot for not paying half of my boyfriend's phone bill if I use a promo from Spectrum to get a free line for a year? My boyfriend 41M and I 30F just moved in together around a month ago and we are a 5,050 household. He is on a phone plan with family and his portion of it is around $40 a month. He is happy with his situation with no need plans to change it phone-wise. I am on my mom's phone plan. I pay around $40 a month as well. I lost phone service a day ago because my mom did not pay the phone bill. I would like to get off her plan so I have more control over my own bill service. When we moved into this apartment together I had him open the Spectrum account instead of transferring my service to here so we would get the intro promo for cheaper internet for a year. We split the internet bill $5,050. He got an email about Spectrum offering a free phone line for a year because of us getting internet through them. He believes I should get the free line through Spectrum and then pay half of his phone bill, so we are splitting the promo because we each pay half of the internet bill. I don't think I should have to pay for half of his phone bill because he was never going to use the promo in the first place. Am I the idiot for not wanting to pay half of his phone bill if I use the promo from Spectrum? And for our next post, am I the idiot for not going to my brother's 27-yo basketball game? So I 30-yo female have a brother 27 who is part of Special Olympics basketball. I work 3 jobs. Monfrey I work 7 a.m. 3 p.m. at 1. Wethers I work with my brother from 310, and at my other job, I work Fry 3 p.m. 10 p.m. and Saturday 1130 a.m. to about 810 p.m. Basically I work entire day the majority of the week. Because of this very busy schedule, it is difficult for me to find time for much else, especially last minute. My relative contacts me often, usually an hour or 2 before the game starts, last minute asking me if I'm coming to his games. I am the kind of person that has to pretty much plan out every part of my day. If I don't, I won't get anything done. Today, my relative messaged me saying you are going to need to tell your brother when you are not going to his games. It's heartbreaking seeing him so disappointed when I tell him. To me, this feels both very inappropriate and also inconsiderate. The way I see it, my relative is trying to guilt trip me into going to his games. They often will communicate with me in a demeaning tone and act like I do not help my brother or like I am lazy. I don't know how to respond. I already feel guilty enough for not going. It is difficult for me to drive 45 minutes away for a 2-hour game after being up since 5:30 a.m. Most of the time the games are on a Saturday and they expect me to call off work to go to his games. I need to work. I'm currently saving up money for my wedding in June and need to work as much as possible. My relative works from home. While I know that does mean their job isn't stressful, they do get a lot more time off than I do. I think this may play into the way they think about my situation. So am I the idiot for not going to my brother's basketball game? How do you think I should respond to my relative's comment? I have talked to my brother many times about this, and he always tells me he understands, that he does get disappointed, but knows I need to work, have time to decompress. His words. Thank you. Update. So I asked my brother what was said. He said he asked my relative if anyone else was coming, and the response was just me. Basically my relative is offended that I did not go to his games. I talked to my brother about it, and without prompting, he said, I never expect you to be there. You have 1,000 jobs and deserve at least a little time to yourself. To those who are saying I should cut contact or uninvite from my wedding, in a perfect world, I would do this. It is not healthy, it's toxic the way I am treated. However, I am so afraid to offend since they have put a lot of time and money into the decorations for my wedding. Any suggestions as to how I can confront them in a non-offensive way? I feel like such a puss. And that's a wrap for today's stories. If you had a favorite or something similar happened to you, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. See you soon. Cat signing off.